The following program is intended for mature audiences.
A democratic republic of sports. The Sportsocracy with ESPN Asheville hosts Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene.
And welcome into the Sportsocracy. Tank Spencer and Jeremy Greene with you here in the Wicked Weed studio. WickedWeedBrewing.com. Drink different. And today we got fantasy football names. 30 days of Draftmas rolls on.
On the third day of Draftmas. Drafty clause brought to me.
Your best fantasy football team names, throw them up in the comments there, and we will get to all of them. First off, I'd have to say I'm bad at this. I'm bad at fantasy football names.
Yeah, your team names all suck.
Yeah, I don't do well with fantasy football names.
I have the greatest team name ever.
Well, of course
and it's just fantastic. It's topical. It's vulgar, and it's funny.
Right. So we'll talk about, creating your fantasy football team name, how you go through the process of doing such, and give you some examples of some of the best ones around that we have found. Yes, Kevin Vick in a box is a great one. If you can make a dick joke about your last name, it's always a path to go down. There's no doubt about that. Other things, we have football tonight. We've got 2 preseason games tonight in the NFL.
And unfortunately, you know how much of them I'm going to get to see?
None.
Because I'll be on the road.
You're only going to Greenville.
No, I'm going to Anderson, which is 45 minutes past Greenville.
Oh, excuse me. You're going to Anderson. So
yeah,
you'll be there by...
My dumbass didn't pack well, so I have to stop and get I don't wear suits much anymore, so I have lovely suits, and guess what? I don't have any socks. I physically do not own a pair of socks.
I was going to say, are you one of those people that has to go out of town and go to Walmart during the trip to go get the shit that you didn't pack?
No, God, no. No, I physically do not own. We moved recently, so some of my things are in storage. Some of them are we're spread a little thin. So, I got a meeting early in the morning. Lovely suit's pressed, looks phenomenal.
Right.
I don't have any damn socks. I have no socks.
No,
I don't wear shoes. Why do I need socks?
This is very true. You do wear no socks with your deck shoes or whatever the hell those are.
Boat shoes.
Yeah,
bitch.
Your boat shoes.
Patrick also said get YouTube TV and have Amy drive. This one, I'm actually going alone. Mm-hmm. Because Amy will be at
Silverado.
Well, I knew that part. It's the guy, the dude.
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll.
Yeah.
At Silverado's tonight.
Yeah, Jelly Roll tonight at Silverado's. There's going to be a shitload of people there, apparently. This is a show that they had to move from the Orange Peel in downtown Asheville to Silverado's because the demand was so high. And I'll be honest with you, I had no idea who Jelly Roll was.
I still have no idea who he is. I did, however, I've made jokes about the name because I can't remember it to save my life. I've called him Jelly Donut.
Right.
I have called him multiple other things.
Snickerdoodle.
Took me, I literally had to ask Tank what that cookie was called. Right. Shocker, he got it on the first try.
Yeah, he was like, what's that cinnamon cookie? And I went, Snickerdoodle? Oh, yeah, that's the one.
Amy said my socks are at the house. Look, I know I own their low-cut socks. I need dress socks that match what I'm going to wear. Mm-hmm. It's a whole ensemble. You don't pull out the suit for no reason.
Yeah, this is
Kelvin Joyner said, I don't know if I can trust a man who wears shoes without socks. First of all, I don't ever wear shoes. Ever. I wear Sanooks and sandals. That's it.
Sanooks?
Sanooks.
It's a helicopter.
No, that's a
Chinook.
Yeah, I wear I wear hip shoes, basically. If you saw me in public, you'd go, that guy smokes a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Nope. No, I don't. Not ever have.
Yeah. You just have to set your puppies free.
Oh, apparently I had dress socks. Well, shit. Oops. Too late now.
Maybe you should ask the person in the house that knows these things.
I don't know where anything in our house is.
I know. That's why you should say, hey, hon, do you know where my socks are? And I'm sure she could have given me
here's
the
thing. Well, she was getting ready for work this morning, too, and look, I didn't pack until this morning. I'm leaving for a fucking day. Right. You know what my packing consisted of? Are my golf clubs in the car? Do I have my golf shoes in the car? Now I need random ancillary shit to wear in the little small periods where I'm not either in a meeting or on a golf course.
Do you have 2 pairs of clean underwear? That's
Yes.
That's the important thing.
Dude, I traveled for a freaking living.
Yeah.
Like, I got that on lockdown.
That's the one thing my mama always taught me was always pack an extra pair because you never know.
just never know.
You never know.
Never know when somebody's going to scare you and you're going to need them.
Exactly. You get behind one of those log trucks on the highway and you have
Start
that
seeing
final destination moment. Oh,
Okay, that is the
hate
6th
them.
time in 2 weeks that we've said the same thing at the same time. We spend entirely too much fucking time together.
We do indeed, but we're gonna get a good day tomorrow. Tomorrow here in the Sportsocracy, we are going to do fantasy busts for 2021 and the 30 days of Draftmas, and we will have since Jeremy's going out of town tonight, so tomorrow's show will be recorded. We will not be live. And tomorrow's afternoon ESPN Asheville show will be a best of the Sports Tank with Jeremy Greene.
Hold on. I have to address this.
Okay.
Stephen Tao said, you travel for a living, but you forgot socks. Look, I didn't forget socks. I don't wear socks. Very rarely, and he can vouch for this, I go into high-end business meetings exactly how I am right now. Because if you don't like this, you're probably not going to like me. Now, this is a little bit different of a scenario because this is a gigantic chain and, you know, they're bringing in 3 execs to meet with me. So
Right.
it would be a little rude for me to not at least throw on a shirt.
Which, by the way, in the comments, we have been debating the last couple of days, how should Jeremy do his hair? He had considered cutting the hair for the meeting, and I was always against that because, no, you don't change your appearance. They are buying you. If they don't like you, then fuck them, move on to the next one. But how should he wear his hair? Should he put it up in a little bun behind his head like business mullet?
Up in a little whoop. Should I do that? Or I already know what I'm going to do, most likely. We're probably going to go with the middle-aged professional wrestler.
Okay.
Shower right beforehand, little gel, still gives it that wet Kenny Powers look.
Okay.
Probably how we're going to go. That's my belief. Feel
Right.
free in the comments to tell me if I'm right or wrong.
There you go.
Armchair said Billy Ray didn't cut his, and neither should you. +3.
Bingo.
That's the first. That's the first official tally of the day. +3
right.
for Armchair.
That's right. Good job. Tonight we do have 2 NFL preseason games.
This is gonna be a fun day. Stephen Townsend, top hat, all the way in. I'd do it. I'd do it, and I'd come in with a fucking penguin behind me. This is my friend. I call him Buttons.
With a monocle. You got to have the monocle.
Bingo. Hell yeah. But on me or the penguin?
Both.
No, I think that's redundant. I want the monocle on the penguin.
Monocle on the penguin.
Kangle hat. I actually own one of those.
Do you?
Yeah, the Bryson DeChambeau old man hat. Yeah, I have one of those.
Did I tell you the other day my wife suggested I start wearing those hats?
100%. And I'll start talking to you in a Cockney accent every time you wear it, I will.
God. I said, really? You want me to start wearing those Bryson DeChambeau douche hats? He's like, yeah. She's like, yeah, I just think it might be a good look for you. I was like, my grandfather wore those, and I don't feel like I'm in grandfather status just yet.
Oh, the Cam Newton hat. That big, the round. It's
the Arby's hat.
The what?
The Arby's hat.
I thought the Arby's hat was a cowboy hat. I'm not wearing a cowboy hat. There's a picture of me out there wearing one of those, and if you ever find that, I will swear to God you photoshopped it.
No, you're talking about that same kind of hat. Who was it? There was a rapper or somebody that wore that at a. Who did the Happy song?
Oh, Pharrell.
Pharrell wore one of those Arby's-looking hats.
I'd rock the hell out of one of those.
And then Cam Newton showed up in one, and I was like, oh, God. And then he ditched that and went with the scarf, with the babushka.
See, that's the thing. The more popular we get.
That's it. That's how you go into the meeting, with a babushka.
I don't know what that is.
The little cloth thing, the scarf that Cam Newton wore on his head.
A bowler. I would totally do a bowler.
A bowler hat.
100%. Here's the thing. The more popular we get, the more insufferable I am going to become in the way that I appear. This is at, nominal success.
Yeah.
And the great thing about being one of the on-airs is that no matter what ridiculous shit you do, you just go, I'm one of the talents. Mm-hmm. So I do things for, shock value. Right. We have a sales guy. He's just out of town. He did set this up. So I just went, hey, I can handle it. And then I thought, oh, wait a minute. I'm going to show up like cowboy caviar, and that may not go over well.
And don't make that joke, Patrick Holt. He's probably going to have to wear one of those.
Dude, I'm going to South Carolina. No, I won't.
I didn't think
You
about
think
that.
Florida said fuck off? South Carolina is just a smaller state.
More and more corporate offices are going that way. Just saying.
Yeah,
They may require it.
Not in South Carolina. They're not.
That's true.
They got Henry McMaster, bro. First of all, their governor's hair looks just like mine.
Does it?
Oh, yeah.
I
Henry
haven't seen him
McMaster's
lately.
got a fucking cool old guy mullet. I want to be like him when I grow up. I did vote for him once, and I'm not ashamed of it. I'd do it again.
Good for you.
I wrote him in when we had the governor thing here. He can do 2 states at once. It's fine.
Why not? Double duty. No increase in pay.
Armchair. Go full Kenny Powers, all black bolo tie, wet mullet. Winner. Just show up with my shirt unbuttoned to my belly button. Just, I'm here to party, boys and girls.
In a boardroom full of executives. That would be pretty.
I just want you to understand that there
we
was a
actually
time.
do want to make money on this deal, so let's not.
I just want you to
sabotage
understand
it
there was
before-
a time that for a multinational corporation, I walked in and I was the boss. They all saw this and went, we work for that guy. Woo.
2 games in the preseason in the NFL tonight. We've got the Washington football team going up against the New England Patriots and the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Philadelphia Eagles. Obviously, all eyes for me in these 2 games are on New England and the quarterback position. Cam Newton, Mac Jones. Both say they expect to play tonight. Of course, Bill Belichick, he doesn't reveal anything.
Well, we'll play quarterback. We'll see which one it is.
Right. But Cam and Mac are both planning to play tonight. I would imagine Cam will get the first, 5-6 snaps of the game.
Cam's going to play very little because we know what he is. We've seen it. Mac Jones, on the other hand, here's how I think this goes.
Okay.
And it's what I'll be interested to see in the game tonight. I would say Cam runs the first series, and it's a great big grumper. Mm-hmm. Just a big, steamy grumper right in the middle of the driveway. Mm-hmm. Mac Jones comes into the next series, leads him down, scores a touchdown, and all of a sudden, shit has progressed quickly.
But is it enough to sway minds knowing that he's going to be going up against the twos?
Depends on who the minds are. Depends on who the minds are. New England Patriots, and Armchair Commentary is a Patriots fan. He can vouch what I'm getting ready to say. They've been good for so damn long that if Mac Jones gives them any reason to think he's better than Cam Newton, the noise is going to get loud.
Yeah.
Now, if there's one coach that doesn't care about that, it's Bill. But it could make for a hell of a fun topic come Monday morning.
Oh, absolutely.
Mac Jones comes out and goes, 12 of 15, leads a touchdown drive and another field goal drive, and Cam's 0 for 1 for...
I'll be interested to see the weapons. Ron Rivera has already said that his starters are going to play on the defensive side of the ball. So we'll see if Cam Newton can show anything, because I think he needs to. I think he absolutely needs to show that he can move this offense, or the rumbling is going to get so great. And I'm not so worried about the fans as much. I'm worried about Robert Kraft.
You shouldn't be.
Really? If Robert Kraft sees Mac Jones and starts getting like he's back at the Paradise of Asia spa, getting a little randy over the idea of Mac Jones being the starter, you don't think he's got any kind of influence to be able to say, what?
My computer just went...
Oh, wonderful. But you don't think he's got the...
That's not good. It's never good when it's in 2 pieces.
But you don't think he's got the sway to be able to say, I want Mac Jones to be the starter?
It's Bill will make this decision. I haven't. There's no worry in me about Bob Kraft. The question is Mac Jones? I think he's so much better than Cam Newton that anybody with a brain is going to see it. Mm-hmm. Cam just really shoehorns you into a specific kind of offense. and they spent to run a much different kind of offense. So I think it's going to be Mac Jones. I thought that the whole time. Then again, I didn't think Cam Newton was going to make this team last year.
Right.
So, my track record's a little spotty with New England.
Mine's not. I was fully convinced last year Cam Newton, no doubt, was the starter of this team, and I have already said it many times this preseason. I think this job is Mac Jones, and I'm almost as convinced of it this year as I was with Cam last year, that Mac Jones will end up being the starter of this team, and on week 1, I will say. So you got that, and you got a Washington football team on their side. I mean, do they have any decisions that are being made? I mean, because we know it's Ryan Fitzpatrick. It's not a quarterback controversy with Taylor Heineke. The defense is what it is. I wouldn't risk playing my starters too long.
I don't think you're going to see a lot of starters in this preseason. You're going to see one dress rehearsal, and I think it's next week. Mm-hmm. So I think this. I could be wrong.
Well, Rivera's already said he plans on playing the starters.
I have no doubt he's going to play the starters. It's just a question of for how long.
Oh,
this is still the first preseason game. It's going to be a series. Mm-hmm. And I think even that could be 2 runs, 1 incomplete pass, and bye. I've already said I'm full on board with the Sean McVay way of the world.
Yeah.
I don't need to play my starters in the preseason. Who gives a shit?
I mean, unless there's a question. I mean, think about it this way. If New England really thought that Cam Newton was, going to be no doubt our starter, would he be taking any snaps in this first preseason game? I would say no.
That's a good point that I had not thought of, to be really honest.
See, that's the first thing I thought of this morning when I was hearing Key J and Z. They were talking about it on there. And Keyshawn Johnson, poor guy, I feel like he's going to be just proven completely wrong about this whole thing because he keeps standing on, Mac Jones will not start for this team. This is Cam's team, blah, 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 blah. Nah, I'm completely out on that. But I was thinking, I mean, if they were sold on Cam Newton and you're worried about his health going into the season, are you even going to trust him to go out there for 1 series in the first preseason game? The answer would be no. I mean, we've seen all of the, Dak Prescott. I know there's other things going on with Dak, but, not even traveling for the Hall of Fame game and not playing. And I don't know that you're going to see him in a preseason game already with having the other MRI on his shoulder just to get the second opinion, make sure everything's good. There's no, real structural damage there. Aaron Rodgers is not going to play in the preseason. Matt Stafford, on and on and on. If you believed in Cam Newton, you wouldn't be starting him in the first preseason game. That's my opinion.
That's an interesting theory. I had not thought of that.
Yeah.
But that's I'd have to unpack that. But
and to answer Kelvin Joyner's question in the comments, if Cam doesn't get this job, does anybody else pick him up? No. I don't see another.
That. Oh shit!
No.
That damn slider, son of a.
I can't see him landing anywhere else.
I can't either.
I mean,
to be honest with you,
unless there's an injury somewhere and a team is absolutely desperate. I can't even think of an example off the top of my head of who would put him in, because every other every other team has a backup plan. I was thinking maybe Denver. Well, no, it wouldn't be Denver because Drew Lock or Teddy Bridgewater, one of those two would fill in with an injury. The Houston Texans, something happens to Tyrod Taylor, they're going to go Davis Mills. They don't have to make another expense on a quarterback because they're that bad. So, no, I don't think so. I think if Cam loses this job, it might be the last time that we've seen him. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's why they're starting him in this game. Maybe the last time he gets to start in the NFL.
Oh, yeah, he gets to do his farewell in a preseason game. Kelvin Joyner said he'd be a fit as a backup in Baltimore. I don't see him as backup.
No.
I don't see him being okay with that.
Yeah.
And maybe it's biased because we did cover him in this market, and we know the guy pretty damn well. I don't know that he would ever let his ego do that.
I don't think so.
I honestly think he would dip and start. I mean, he's big into clothing and fashion and things like that. Mm-hmm. I could see him just deuces. I'm out. I'm done. Won my MVP. And then we get to have that fun, is he a Hall of Famer debate.
No,
Go ahead and answer that. They ever give me a vote?
no,
I disagree with you.
He will be.
I disagree with you vehemently.
He may not. I mean, he's definitely not going to be like first ballot material, anything like that.
I don't think he ever gets in.
Oh, I think.
I don't think he ever gets in.
I think he was such a different animal that years down the road, people will look back on Cam Newton and go, you know what? He should be in the Hall of Fame. That, you know, the
Fun story.
The 2015
name me a quarterback
season.
that ever had 1 year that made it to the Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. Okay.
Because there's one answer that is even halfway acceptable, and it's not true.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought you would say it quickly because I'm pretty sure his jersey's in here somewhere. Joe Namath is about the only answer to that.
Right.
And he had more than 1 year.
Yeah.
But that's the closest you would ever get.
Okay. I just feel like, you know, years down the road, some veteran committee is going to be like, you know what? Yeah, Cam Newton, he was a special
And they might,
cat.
and that's entirely possible. They might. But
I don't think he's getting in on the regular cycle. But it may be down the road, 20 years from now, the veteran committee said, yeah, let's put him in the Hall of Fame. What? Alexander says, so what, Tank, you're going to make him out to be a Warren Moon type guy?
Cam Newton. I don't know what that means. He's not in the same ballpark.
No,
as
there's
Warren
no comparison between him and Warren Moon. I guess, is Warren Moon in the Hall of Fame? He's got to be, right? Okay. Anyhow. The other game, Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. Do you think that in this preseason game, Pittsburgh will give Najee Harris a little bit more time on the field, or no?
I don't really think so. You basically take that Hall of Fame game as a mulligan.
Yeah.
Here's what I will tell you. Mm-hmm. It is increasingly likely that the backup quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers is not Mason Rudolph. Mm-hmm. He's going to start this game from what I've heard. I think Dwayne Haskins ends up being the backup. I really do. I said that to you weeks ago, and you told me I was drunk.
Well, and then I started seeing the reports coming out of camp was everybody is so impressed with Dwayne Haskins that it feels like, and some of the players on the team have even said it feels like something has clicked for him. He's realizing that this is his last chance, and so now he's gone from being the dumbass to, oh, maybe I should pay attention, maybe I should study, maybe I should be more involved in things. Just took him getting a little, sense knocked into him from his girlfriend, and he's might turn out to be an actual NFL quarterback at some point. We know the talent's there. It's just he's never been able. He hasn't been able to put it together. He was such a bonehead in Washington that it just didn't work. The Philadelphia Eagles side of this game. Anything interesting popping out to you about the Eagles? No.
Joe Falco.
Right. We have nothing.
The Eagles are one of the few teams in the preseason that I just look at and go, there's nothing I even want to see. I know what you are.
And the report out of camp the other day that Andre Dillard is hurt again. I think at this point you just got to be Philadelphia going, let's just mitigate disaster as much as possible. Try to get through this without anybody getting hurt. And, still focus on getting your quarterback. That should be all your attention is focused right now on how are we going to make this work with the Houston Texans to get Deshaun Watson. Anyhow, we'll talk more about the preseason coming up today on ESPN Asheville. We'll preview the whole weekend since tomorrow is going to be a best of show. Jeremy, you're actually going to have Greene on Greene picks tonight or this afternoon.
Football.
Sports Tank.
And now it's preseason football, so it's only kind of football, but it's there. It's a thing.
Yeah. Sports Tank with Jeremy Greene, heard everywhere on the iHeartRadio app, live or on demand. We're live 3 to 5 every weekday afternoon on ESPN Asheville. Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson talks too much. He opened that mouth yesterday and he said something that I could not believe came out of his mouth. It's something that I would have taken to my grave. He was on the Dan Levitard show yesterday, which I think is still available on satellite or something. And I haven't listened to it in years, or in 2 years anyway, since he's been gone. But Jimmy Johnson told them that in 1998, the Miami Dolphins had a chance to trade up to the number 1 pick to get Peyton Manning. And he regrets to this day not pulling the trigger on that one. Again, I feel like that's something that you should never tell anyone.
No. You should go to your grave knowing that.
Yeah. Because now we want to know. Now we have to know what happened. Because in 1998, the Miami Dolphins were not a bad team. That was it was the sunset of Dan Marino's career. He played the full season in 1998, played 11 games in 99, and that's when it was over for him. If they had had Peyton Manning sitting behind Dan Marino was 37 years old at that point. Think how things could have been differently. And to know that you picked 29th in that draft and you drafted John Avery. Now, I used to watch John Avery play at Asheville High School.
I know John Avery personally. He's a friend of mine. And the fact that that's who that pick was made me laugh a bunch.
Right.
Because I wanted to shoot him a text message and go, dude, Jimmy Johnson just didn't do you a solid at all, did he?
Right. And so anyway, I feel like that's just something that there's some things better left unsaid. And he said, oh, that's all the details I'm going to give you. He wouldn't say what the package would have been. He wouldn't give any details on it. He said, that's all I'm going to give you, and I probably already told you too much.
Double bell ring.
Yes, Jimmy, you have. The second MRI coming up on Dak Prescott's shoulder. He's still planning on being active for that Week 1 loss to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on the opening night, Thursday. I don't remember the date. September 4th?
No, September 11th, I think.
September 11th.
Or no, September. It's not September 11th.
9th.
It's 12th.
12th. Whatever it
It's
is.
somewhere in there.
I haven't committed the date to memory. Just already chalked that one up to a win. Anyway, he's getting reevaluated with the shoulder. As we saw, if you saw the first episode of Hard Knocks, they've been putting him out on the field, letting him do all the things except for throwing the football. I did love that at one point in the episode, Jerry Jones comes down to the field and is talking to Mike McCarthy and the trainer, and he's like, "Can we get him throwing just a little bit? Can we see something?" And they're like, "Jerry, he strained his shoulder."
Is that your Jerry Jones impression?
Yeah. You do it better.
I do. I do a pretty fair Jerry Jones.
Well, question is, do you put salt on your McGriddles?
I don't put salt on anything. I hate salt. I absolutely detest salt.
To me, the salt on the McGriddle kind of defeats the purpose of the McGriddle sandwich. You're buying that for the sweetness. Why would you put salt on it? And he put like half a tablespoon of salt.
By the way,
on the damn
McGriddles are the shit.
Yeah.
Whoever came
I
up with
thought
that
you were about
idea,
to go the other way on that one. I was like, we are going to fight.
No, I would fight you like a man on camera. That's the greatest. Oh, my God.
See, now.
Pancakes, sausage, and egg between them.
Mm-hmm.
Win.
Yep. My only thing is I wanted them to take that to the next level of some kind of a self-contained gravy biscuit. Could you
A self-contained gravy
Yeah, like
biscuit?
the syrup is inside the pancake mix. Could you figure out a way to get, little pockets of gravy inside a biscuit? And then you can have a biscuit and gravy. I thought it was a good idea.
Can I tell you a little secret about biscuits and gravy?
Yeah.
Like 5% of them are good, the rest suck.
Yeah.
It's true. My wife makes the best biscuits and gravy you'll ever eat in your life. Mm-hmm. It will make you open palm slap a blood relative. Delicious.
Yes. McDonald's biscuits and gravy. Oh, yeah.
It's McGriddle at McDonald's. If you're getting breakfast from McDonald's, it's a McGriddle. You did it wrong.
No, I love that. I love that fake gravy taste.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. It's easy. It's beautiful. It's viscous. I like all the things.
Patrick Holt just went like next level Mr. Miyagi breakfast sandwich.
Did he really?
Get a sausage McGriddle and a ham biscuit from Bojangles. Then get a sausage McGriddle and a ham biscuit from Bojangles. Then put the ham on the McGriddle instead of the sausage. You're welcome.
I feel like that's
I do like ham.
I feel like that's too much work.
This is coming from a man that has literally told me he would stop at McDonald's, get a or stop at Burger King, get a burger, and then stop at McDonald's, get French fries.
Right, but then but then you put the you put the sausage on the biscuit, and then you have a sausage biscuit and a McGriddle ham sandwich.
Yeah. I like all the things. By the way,
like
while I'm gone, could you do me a favor and find somebody with a damn table saw to cut this fucking leg off this table?
Steven Tao says biscuit head. Yeah, if you want to pay $8 for a biscuit.
It's fine. I'm all in. Yeah, that's probably where I'm going to get breakfast in the morning, just so you know.
At biscuit head?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I'm a big old fat boy when it comes to... I don't eat as much as you would think for how big I am, but when I do eat breakfast that random time, that's going to be 4,000 calories, Bob.
Speaking of the Dallas Cowboys, have you been checking out anything about CeeDee Lamb in the preseason here in training camp?
He's real good.
Oh my God.
He is real good at football.
Now you've been saying this preseason, CeeDee Lamb's going to end up being the one. He's going to be the one. He's going to be the one. And I was kind of like, yeah, maybe. And after seeing what the performance so far in training camp from him, yeah, he's going to be the one.
When in doubt, trust Flostradamus.
Anything else to touch on? Oh, yeah. I forgot about this one. The Houston Texans suck so bad they don't want people to see it.
Of course they do.
They tried to shut down training camp yesterday.
In what is possibly the most Houston Texan shit you'll ever hear in your life.
They wanted to shut down training camp and go into regular season mode.
Can't do that.
Yeah, that way they can restrict the access of the media to practices. Once you get into regular season mode, then you start being able to put more things into action. It's easier to keep things behind closed doors. And the NFL was like, dude, we've got this written into the fucking rules of the league. You have to keep training camp open until August 26th. No, they tried to shut it down yesterday, close the business. They were like, we don't want to do this anymore. We're sick and tired of Deshaun Watson coming out here in pads every day and the media going, oh, is Deshaun going to play today? They want to shut it down. I've never seen an NFL team try to do this. You haven't even played a preseason game yet.
No, they're that bad. They're horrid. But by God, their fans love to tell me I'm wrong, and they're somehow going to win 8 games this year.
Stop
no, you're not.
That.
No, you're not. No, you are not.
No, they are not good.
All right, we're going to talk about fantasy football team names now? I'm literally getting emails, text messages, like everything I have is buzzing.
Everything you have is buzzing? About the fantasy football team names?
No, this is about all different things.
Oh.
One of which is really exciting, and I can't wait to be able to say it into that thing.
Yes. I love getting those kinds of messages in the morning. All right, fantasy football team names.
Hold on, before you say that, whatever you think I'm talking about, it's 8 times cooler than that. Mm-hmm.
For the 30 days of Draftmas, we will talk best fantasy football team names. As I said at the beginning of the program, I'm bad at this. I can't do it. My team name will more than likely always be something related to the players that are on my team.
Yep, I don't care. I don't care if I have the players or not.
No, you get Prestige Worldwide.
Yeah,
and
that's
just set it and forget it.
Yeah, you know why I do that? Because that's in a league that you run on NFL.com, and I do not care. I cannot emphasize that. If you invite me to a league, this is one of those that I should probably pull the camera over to me to explain this. Because in the last week, I think I've been invited to like 10 fantasy football leagues.
Okay.
So I need to set some ground rules if you're going to do that. One, it has to either be on Yahoo, ESPN, or Sleeper. Anything else is an immediate, without a doubt, no. Because I hate NFL.com with fire of 1,000 suns. Mm-hmm. If you have some weird gimmicky scoring system, also probably out. Somebody called me yesterday about half-point PPR. Totally cool. I'll give you all the advice in the world. I get people that message me on Facebook, message me on Twitter. I will give you all of the advice you want. Totally fine. But if it's not a PPR, I'm out.
Full PPR.
Full PPR.
Yeah.
If the draft is not live, I'm out. I don't online draft. I online draft in one league, and I only keep doing it because it's a big money league. It's a weird scoring system, and I keep winning it. That's it. Those are my that's my 3 ground rules. If you don't have a live draft, I am Seacrest out.
Also, it's free.
And if it's free.
Yeah, if it's free.
Hey, I'm not saying I won't do it if it's free. I will probably set my lineup. I will spend 4 American seconds on that roster every week.
Is that different than a European second? Okay.
Yes. Ask Armchair. 4 American seconds is equivalent to like 4.7 Canadian seconds or something like that. The exchange rate. I didn't pay attention in school. Fuck, I don't know. I don't know exactly what the exchange rate is, but I know it's not 1 to 1. At least I think that's how that works. That's how it works with money.
Okay.
When I go out of the country, you could literally just hand me 5 of whatever it is and go, that's what your money's worth. And I'd go, okay.
Good to know. But you don't, I mean, you don't have any, like I have every year, I will do one like memorial team. And my memorial team will be a team name made up of celebrities who have died. Yeah.
So, like, you have team R.I.P. Paul Walker, or
No, it'll be like 1 year, I think it was James Garner and
Whitney Houston,
no.
Michael Jackson.
No. James Garner and Andy Griffith died. And I think my team was like the Mayberry Mavericks or something like that. You don't do any of that? You don't ever do names like that?
No.
Okay, I'm just...
Why?
Because you got to put something in there.
Armchair commentary just +2.
What'd he say?
He just straight up said, that's dumb.
That's dumb.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
Armchair is so far winning today, just so we're not doing that yet. We'll start it Monday. I've got some effects and shit that I have to load up.
Right.
Jason Trump said my brain just stopped for a minute listening to that, just like tanks. Patrick Holt +5. You just died Armchair with that one comment. I'm not going to say it out loud, but that's phenomenal. Why is it that every time I look at a comment and go, I can't say that out loud, but damn it, it's funny. It's always Patrick Holt.
Why not? You can say that.
I want Patrick Holt's team names to be lewd, crude, and socially unacceptable.
Right.
And I am right there with you.
So, best names.
You can always tell the team that after the draft I feel the best about because I always give them my favorite team name ever, and I've had a team called this for like, I think every year for the last 8 years. Mm-hmm. It's Dick Pick 6. One of the funniest bits I ever did in stand-up was the Polaroid Peter picture. So the dick pic has a sweet little spot in my heart because it's one of the funniest bits I've ever done. Pick 6, obviously football. Dick Pick 6. It's my favorite. It's my favorite. It's my favorite.
Okay. Next.
I mean, what do you want me to carry? Oh my God, Rob Johnson +4. See, this is exactly what we wanted with this because what we thought was going to happen, because we got a lot of people on social media was like, that's a stupid question. You don't understand the show. It would be random people that don't know who we are. You don't understand how our fan base works.
Right.
Because I fully believe that the comments of this for the next 24 hours are going to be hilarious. Hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Most team names that are out there, you can look up the best fantasy football team names. They all got to do with players. My only rule with that is if you're going to name your team something like that, please make sure that player's on your team.
Nope, don't care.
What?
Don't care. I don't care if that player's on your team or not.
No.
I don't care. Unsolicited Dak picks. That's one I've used a bunch of times. I've never had Dak Prescott on a team, ever.
Yeah.
I had him on a dynasty team for like an hour and then traded him for Lamar Jackson. And And a series of more shit to a Dallas Cowboys fan.
But I mean, like, if you're going to name your team Deshaun of the Dead, then you have to have Deshaun Watson.
Nope, don't care. 2 girls, 1 cup. There's a lot of 2 and 1 with Cooper Kupp in it. I have noticed that.
Yes. It's a very, very popular.
Yeah.
The Kamara virus. I think that's one of my favorite ones I've seen, since we're all living in this god-awful hell.
Oh, yeah. Now you have to wear a mask in all Buncombe County and Asheville City government buildings. That's fun.
The Catalina wine mixin'.
Oh, I hadn't heard
for
that
Joe
one.
Mixon.
Pretty good.
I like that.
That one's pretty good. We got a bunch of them on our Facebook page. I'm trying to get it pull up because my computer just died for a second time, in spite of the fact that I plugged it back in and everything.
Nothing's
You're going to have to roll for a minute because I got nothing happening over here.
Okay. Naming your teams after movies and shit with player names in it. I mean, it's cute. It's a go-to. I think, one of my favorite fantasy football names I've ever seen is they're always the meanest ones. And I'm just not that mean-spirited.
Like what?
Like, oh, I don't know. Let me think of one of yours. Hanging with Mr. Hernandez.
That one's been around for a while. If you don't remember Hanging with Mr. Cooper, yeah. I have a graphic and everything for that one.
I just can't do it.
Yeah, I've used that one for many moons. Mm-hmm. To be honest with you,
that goes right down the
completely
same.
forgot about that.
That goes down the same line as the Michael Jackson fentanyls. Why would you do that? This is mean. It's
funny?
awful.
Because it's funny? Is that not an acceptable answer for you?
Dude, where's my car? CARR for Derek Carr.
Steeler virginity. That's a pretty good one.
Yep. 50 Shades of Trey. Good one for Armchair. I like that one.
Kevin Vick had several. Yippee-ki-yay, Justin Tucker. I'd never heard that one before. I think it's too long for Yahoo.
Yeah.
So, see, anything that's really long, because I do predominantly Yahoo and ESPN, anything that's really long, I haven't seen it. Mm-hmm. Like Josh Jacobs, Jingleheimer Schmidt. I'm sure somebody else has come up with that. I've just never seen it before.
Yes. It's the number one on the list that I pulled up earlier today. Just searching best fantasy football names.
I will admit, Josh Michaels is pretty good. Josh Michaels, the morning show host for Star
104.3.
104.3.
Yep.
I always want to say the wrong numbers on that, in spite of the fact that his studio's on the other side of the wall from us.
Afternoon host on Rock 105.1.
He's in a league with us.
Yep.
And his team name has been, and probably will be for the rest of his life, Joe Buck Yourself.
Joe Buck Yourself. And I'm not sure if he stole it from the punk band that's named Joe Buck Yourself, or if he came up with it on his own, and then he found out that was a punk band.
Oh, there's a punk band called Joe Buck Yourself?
Yes, there is a punk band named Joe Buck Yourself.
I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
What?
I love when people say things that I can't say out loud. I'm going through some of the submissions that we got because I didn't go through all the channels when we. You've said something real fucked up when I look at it and go, But when I'm not on camera, I'll laugh about it real hard.
Mm-hmm. My ball, Zach Ertz. Zach Ertz is
the gift that just keeps on giving.
Exactly. I mean, Zach Ertz is one. Cooper Kupp is another one. You can always, Nick Chubb. All all of those places, or all the places that you can go with that. Macking on my Johnson. That was a good one that I saw. You could do that for several guys. Like if you had Mac Jones on your team. To me, I always go back to that. I have to have them on my team if I'm going to name them.
I don't care about that.
Like that.
Like last year, one of my favorite team names was Thielen on Your Cousins.
Mm-hmm.
Real good graphic I had for that one.
Yep.
If you ever need a logo done for your fucked up team names, just shoot me a message because I really like doing this.
I've always been a fan of Hooked on a Thielen.
You like you like the music references.
I do like the music references.
You like the music references way more than I do. Mm-hmm. You also like Bruce Springsteen, which is wrong.
It's not wrong.
It is wrong. Yeah, he sucks.
2 snaps in your backfield in motion. I've used that one a lot from the wonderful Men on Football skit from the In Living Color.
Oh yeah, anytime you can use like '90s references, I'm probably gonna like that.
Dobbin and Stealing. I like that one with J.K. Dobbins.
Oh yeah, that's another good name that nobody ever talks about.
What?
J.K. Dobbins. There's a lot of things that can be done with that, and I feel like nobody ever does it.
Mm-hmm. Dobbin on my chub. I just came up with that one.
Oh, there's and one that we haven't said yet, just because Clinton Dix. It's Lewinsky loves Clinton Dix.
Yeah.
That's always good. Anytime you can take a shot at the Clintons that doesn't get you killed, it's funny.
Sharknado. That's a good movie reference.
Also a great movie.
Oh, stop that.
I've seen every Sharknado.
Oh, my God.
That's a hand-to-God true story. I've seen every Sharknado.
We were scrolling on the app looking for something to watch last night, and my kids saw Sharknado, and Joshua looked at it, and he goes, "What is that, a movie about sharks coming out of a tornado?" And I went, "Yep."
That's exactly what it is.
Exactly is. My 10-year-old thought that was the dumbest idea he'd ever heard.
Nick Chubby Chaser. That's a good one.
Nick Chubby Chaser.
If you don't have a team named that, you did it wrong. Mm-hmm. You and several other people we know that have certain predilections. If that's not one of your team names, I'm going to be very pissed. And if it's a league that I'm the commissioner of, I will go in and edit it. So you might want to steer into that skid as opposed to trying to roll away from it.
Oh, see, here's another one. 2 chubs, 1 cup. You can get them both in there at the same time.
Oh, God. That's the worst video in the history of the internet.
That's what she said.
Also a good team name.
Okay.
A lot of people sent in off vigorously. So if you ever lose to somebody, they have to say, "I beat off vigorously." Somebody had to explain to me, because we got there like 4 times. I was like, what? I don't understand. Mm-hmm. I don't get beat very often, so... Come with the king, you best not miss. You rolled your eyes. Number of times you've ever beaten me in a fantasy league that wasn't your bullshit NFL.com nonsense.
0, I think.
0. Yeah, I know the answer. I already knew the answer. I knew it before I asked it.
I beat you in the free leagues, though.
Yeah, because I don't pay attention. And you know why? Because that F word that you put, there's a 4-letter F word that you put in there, that the free.
Free? Everyone loves free.
No, I don't. You know why? Because I like to take your money.
Yeah. Discount Belichick. I like that one.
Sutton on my face.
That's a new one. I like that one a lot.
It's a new one for me, too.
Oh.
Tremendous.
I think that's what I'm going to rename my dynasty team now.
That's pretty. The old MILF Hunter?
Sadly, Cortland Sutton's like the second best player on my team.
Ugh. Just weird because he's not the second best player on his own team.
Exactly. The Inglorious Staffords. Movie reference. You've never seen that one either, have you? Inglorious Bastards?
No.
I figured of all people you would be into Quentin Tarantino movies.
I just found my favorite one ever.
What?
It's got a comma in it.
Okay.
And this is going to be one of my team names. Jeffrey, Alshon didn't kill himself. That's one of my new favorites ever. You don't find that one as funny as I do.
I don't.
I also have an ugly Christmas sweater that says Epstein didn't kill himself. So
now that's funny.
Oh yeah, I've worn that 2 years in a row now. It's the only Christmas sweater I've ever owned, and it probably will be forever.
Right.
And every time somebody gets killed by the Clintons, I'm just going to cross out Epstein and put in a new name. Mm-hmm. Eventually, they'll wind up on the back.
Okay. Yeah, there are a lot of staples that like Turn Down for What. That song came out what? 2010.
Oh, I'm gonna have Kelvin Joyner said Zach's mom's got it going on. I will have a multitude of Zach's mom team names. Mm-hmm. And most of them are just going to be vulgar for the sake of being vulgar. Like, I don't even care.
Okay.
I will say the harsh realization that she's closer to my age than he is. That wasn't good for me. That fucked up like a whole week of my life.
Alexander smacking on my cob.
Kevin Vick +3.
What'd he say?
Aaron killed my friend as. People get offended about Aaron Hernandez shit. Would you play golf with him last week? Like, fuck off. He was a horrible human being.
No, it's just...
He was a horrible human.
Oh, I get it. Don't get me wrong. I understand. I just, it's a sad ending to the story. That I don't like making jokes about that.
I'm getting him in text messages now. Like, people don't want to put them in the fucking comments, and they send them to me, so I laugh on air. By the way, keep doing that. Because that was funny as shit. I'm not going to repeat it just solely because I don't want it on air that I said it out loud.
Right.
But it's pretty damn funny.
Also a good one, Jack in golf.
Fred Smoot's boat rentals is also one that I've been pretty fond of.
What?
You remember Fred Smoot played for the Washington football team, played for Minnesota.
Right.
Yeah, he did some nefarious shit on a boat. Like real nefarious shit on a boat.
Interesting.
Ron Mexico's taco stand and free clinic, also another good one.
Mm-hmm. A little too long for some of the sites, though.
Yeah.
That's
the Ron Mexico ones are always
like,
long.
It's like Twitter. You only have so many characters that you could use, and there's no real good way to to cut down on the length of a lot of these.
I'm waiting for somebody to say 2 girls, 1 Zach's mom, because I know that's coming, or something to that effect. Pitts Creek, that one's actually pretty good. That one's with a rookie. You get extra points if it's with a rookie because it means I've never heard it before.
Yeah. What?
Damn it. Why are the best ones of these things that I could never say out loud?
Which one?
What did I just say?
Who sent it?
Oh, it came from Twitter.
Oh, it came from Twitter. Okay.
I like Twitter.
Well, see, I'd like to share in the joke, but
I'll give you a hint. There, you know those, like, there's like 8 things that you never talk about on live air?
Yeah.
That was one of them.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It was one of those things that you can't even, like, make jokes about because so many people would just go, that's not funny. And we're behind the camera going, but it kind of is. It is a little bit.
What's in your wallet? The old Capital One joke with Deshaun Watson.
See, you like puns more than I do.
I do. I mean, if you can't get a chuckle out of it and you don't understand the reference, what's the fucking use?
I miss Golden Tate being a thing.
He
was good for a couple every year. Golden Taint. Somebody always did that. Mm-hmm. Golden
I think
showers.
Kevin Vick put that in the comments earlier.
Indeed. Hard gore porn. That's one I haven't seen before. Which is weird because Frank Gore's been in the NFL for 900 years.
Anyhow.
Brent Cotnola said, let's see more of Zach's mom. With Elijah Moore. That's +2.
Okay.
That's a good one. I like that a lot. Waddle Vision. That's another good one.
Mm-hmm.
Armchair Commentary got the Fred Smoot reference. That's +1.
Take this, Dak, is always a good one.
Oh, anything with Dak. Dak is currently the gold standard.
Right.
Anything with Dak Prescott.
So many Daks, so many Chubbs, so many Johnsons.
It's true.
Fantasy football names always good for a good dick joke. Any more to throw in there before we sign off?
I'm good. All the ones that I want to say are very nefarious, and I can't say them out loud, which sucks. But I promise you, the ones that I can't say out loud most likely will be my team names this year. So if you're in a league with me, You'll see them soon.
Be on the lookout.
You'll see them soon enough.
Best of luck naming your fantasy teams this 2021 season. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. We are always live in the Wicked Weed studio. WickedWeedBrewing.com. Drink different. Be with you this afternoon on ESPN Asheville, 3 to 5 every weekday afternoon.
And we'll be recorded here tomorrow. So please jump in the comments, all the things. We will be in the comments. And we will have big announcements next week.
Excellent.
We have things that are developing. That's why I'm getting just between fantasy football team names and actual business things, I haven't responded to anything because I'm afraid I'm going to respond to the wrong one.
Oh, Alexander, Tua tug on my loafa.
I'll double that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna steal that one. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Alexander. Anyhow, see you on the radio side this afternoon, 3 to 5. Take us everywhere with you on the iHeartRadio app, live or on demand. I'm Tank Spencer. He's Jeremy Greene. Have a great one.